This is essentially the accounting equivalent of like making sure your fly is not down. Hey team, welcome back to our series on Keeper Metrics, where we're going through some of the different metrics we can use to help drive value with our clients. Now, today we're going to be talking about profit margin. And this might be the easiest metric for us to analyze. This is essentially the accounting equivalent of like making sure your fly is not down, right? It's a simple check and maybe doesn't identify the entire problem, but it's something more for us to get a sense of if our day is going well. Don't hold me on that analogy. It doesn't really carry forward well with the rest of the metrics we're going to look at. So we're going to go into Kenny's Beauty Salon, one of my favorite companies to analyze, and we're going to go in and add this metric to the reporting section. Now the way we're going to do this is we're going to go in on the reporting side, and first we can make sure we have our metrics turned on. Yes, we do. Great. We can come back into the metric tab, and I'm going to add a new section. And we're going to enable this one KPIs. We've used this one before. I have since deleted them, but we're going to add them again. Great. We can come into KPIs and we're going to add our first calculation, which is profit margin. Or if you're spelling like me today, porfit margin. Profit margin is going to be the net income of everything the business receives divided by the overall income. What we're trying to see ultimately is what percentage, or really even how many pennies out of every dollar that we earn make it through as profit to the bottom line. That's all we're looking at. So we're going to do our net income. Net income. Great. And we're going to get rid of that. Our net income divided by our top line income. We can hit this and say, great, let's go. And for the entire past year, we now have our profit margin by month. Now there's even more things we can do here. First off, we can take it and go to our visuals and we can add it as a graph. We can say, what is our profit margin? And run. There we go. There's our profit margin, and whew, we had a really good month in August. We probably want to look into if we reconciled everything for the month, because this looks incredibly high and awfully suspicious. Then we're going to go into our reporting tools and we can make sure that this graph has been added to our reports, which it has. And if we want to, we can also include this as a key metric for our company. Simply coming in, making sure it's a percentage and that it's represented that way. And when we look at our executive summary, we're going to see the profit margin. This is one of the simplest things for us to track. This is an easy way for us to show our clients how well they're doing at managing their expenses. Now, most of the time, you're not going to notice something that you can change in the business just by looking at profit margin. Instead, this is what we like to call our smoke indicators. This is one of those things that can help us tease out that there's a greater issue in the business. And whether this might be on a cost of sales item, labor, revenue, there's a whole host of things that could be contributing to an error here. But as long as we can identify when there's smoke, there's probably fire, and we can start pursuing some of our other metrics in order to find where that fire's at. Thanks for checking in, and be sure to check the rest of the videos on how we're going to identify what is up with the profit margin for this month. Thanks a bunch, and we'll see you next time.